No,
Don't get me
thank you for sharing with me.
Speaking about music, I landed in the lift industry entirely by chance. When I was in the car in the middle of the air.
I was not expecting that. How do you see AI taking over lifts in the future?
Who can stop it?
Doors closing. Welcome to the 13th floor. Stuck in a Lift HQ.
So welcome to season 3. This has been booked in for quite a while, hasn't it? But we finally got to meet a few weeks ago at the summer meet, didn't we, in King's Cross, so it was nice. Yeah. But welcome, season 3, all about manufacturing. So I just want to start off with kind of who you are, what you do for the lift industry.
Well, my name is Miguel De Las Peñas. I'm working in RALOE UK. We have been trading as RALOE UK Limited for the last 3 years approximately. The company was registered in Companies House in June 2021. I have to say that I am really happy how we are doing, you know. RALOE has been working here in the UK for a number of years, probably more than 15 years.
Okay.
Previous to RALOE UK, you know, and my colleagues have been doing an amazing job, you know. They came from Spain, stayed here in the UK, visiting clients up and down the country, blah, 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 and then come back to Spain.
Right.
The difference of being here, of being locals, and being actually British, I think that make a real difference in our activities, respecting the previous way of working, you know. And I think that our clients are really appreciating the effort we have been making. And also, like I said, the immediacy of being here in case of an urgency, of an emergency or whatever. I mean, the typical situation is they are installing one of our products, and then my colleague Pedro or Joaquin, they can go to site the following day or even the same day if they are available, you know. This kind of proximity and this kind of availability of ourselves here in the UK without having to contact someone in Spain that maybe the English is not that good, which sometimes is a kind of a problem as well, the language barrier. Like I said, all this new situation is I think is really important and is making our work better. And I think that the clients are appreciating the like I said, being here with them, you know.
So for people that don't know what you guys do, can you just tell our audience what you guys do specifically?
RALOE Spain, let's say, is a very old company, very well known. It's almost 60 years old. We have been designing and supplying complete lift packages and lift components and modernization packages, of course. You know, we have a very powerful engineering department. We do, I mean, almost, I don't know, maybe 85-90% of our production are bespoke lifts, because we have an extreme flexibility in giving solutions to our clients, you know. A typical situation is, Miguel, I have this shaft, what can you put inside? You know, more or less. And obviously, as you can imagine, speaking about, for example, London area, and not London, is something that you can see all over the country. But maybe London is having quite significant examples of this. And imagine a very old building listed that you cannot touch anything and modify anything in the building in order to try to put a lift inside. And like I said, we are a specialist, truly a specialist in this kind of solutions. And then we can go from a very tiny 2-person lift all the way up to multi-ton, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 tons goods lift or goods passengers lifts, you know. It's fantastic because, as you can imagine, having behind in Spain our colleagues in the engineering department, I mean, it gives you a security, you know, to afford or to go ahead with projects that obviously, if you don't have the help of these colleagues of ours, will be almost impossible, you know.
So how long have you worked for the manufacturing industry, and what made you join?
Myself?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I landed, it's funny because I landed in the lift industry entirely by chance.
Okay.
My background, to be honest with you, is law.
Wow, okay. I was not expecting that.
Yes,
wow.
It's law, but then because of the family business, I became an electrician as well.
Okay.
Yes, and then a very important manufacturer in Spain, MP Lifts, Macquarie, they needed a technician in Madrid, and apparently, well, they found that my background as electrician and also my English, because I was able to sort of speak in English a bit at that time, they hired me. And then I started working, let's say, the hard way. There you go. I kind of, if my memory is correct, I think that I have kind of small training, and then the best school is site. You know, to go to site, to go to site and fight whatever you find there. So was that was my beginning. A technician in Madrid. I was working in after sales for initially maybe a couple of years, maybe something like that. But then, because of my English, they decided to redirect my work to the UK.
Right.
So, and I'm speaking about 2003, maybe.
Okay.
And then I started to work with clients here in the UK. And there you go. I was stuck in this industry, you know.
People do get stuck, don't they?
Yes.
Once you're in it.
Yeah. No. I really like lifts. I really like engineering, you know, and do things with my hands. Mm-hmm. For example, I am also an absolutely watch enthusiast, you know. So I mean, watches for me are.
Is this why we've got two on right now?
Well, no. This is practicality, because this is not a watch. Right. This is something else. This is an extension of the phone.
Okay, fine.
You know, you can pay with it, and I mean, it's really comfortable. The other one is a proper watch.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
But like I said, I really like engineering, and I have maybe the two sides of engineering, from a big, huge goods lift, you know, 8,000 kgs or whatever, to the absolutely microscopic, amazing engineering of these bloody Swiss guys, you know. Yeah, it's I mean, don't let me start speaking about watches.
Okay, watches are for a different episode.
Exactly.
Target Lifts are proud to sponsor the Stuck in a Lift podcast in partnership with Blacks Productions, a lift company with a passion to deliver expert levels of customer service. Target Lifts are always aiming higher.
Tell me about your most successful project to date. What's been the best one so far?
Well, I think that I have been very lucky, because we have been doing, or I have been able to participate in really, really exciting projects, you know, along my career, you know, which is now almost 23 years or something like that. Speaking about one very recent, I'm speaking about the RALOE's capacity on providing solutions for our clients. I had a contact here in the UK, a client, and they told us, Miguel, would you be able to give us the mechanical package for a theme park attraction? And I said, well, I don't know if we have been doing something like that before, but I trust my colleagues in engineering. I'm sure that they are able to come up with something. And we started to speak more about the job, etc., etc. Do you remember these attractions, which are a boat that goes up and then goes down a slope and then splash the water on the bottom all over the place?
Those from being a
we
kid.
made a lift for that thing.
To take the boat.
To take the boat
Wow.
all the way up. In this case, there were, if my memory is correct, 22 meters high. So we put the boat inside the car goes up all the travel, and then the boat exits the car and goes down the slope. I mean, the job is amazing. Is absolutely fantastic, and I'm really proud of my colleagues. They did a fantastic job. The client is really happy, and the consultant. This acquaintance of mine, Adrian, he was really happy with the product. The product at the end of the day was a typical RALOE product, really robust, reliable, very well manufactured.
Well, you need that with a lot of water involved and things like that, and usage all the time as well.
Of course. We were in our line, in RALOE's way of doing things, you know. Like I said, very, very consistent, very robust, reliable. The only thing in this case that we didn't do is the electrical installation.
Okay.
Because of the specificities of the controller for this kind of application. You know, our client already, because their business is to do this kind of jobs for theme parks, and they have already manufactured for the controller, you know, but everything else was ours. And maybe this is something that I'm really proud of our job in this job, and regarding this let's say special projects of mine, I still remember my very first job here in the UK.
Tell me about it.
20 years ago. Yeah. It was the building is in one of the ends of Wandsworth Bridge by the Thames. Actually, the job is a hydraulic lift, borehole, and when they were digging the borehole for the piston, the Thames came in. Literally, yes, it was a complicated job. The lift is a jewel. Believe me, it's a jewel. The shaft is a glass tube, literally, with a glass staircase around the glass shaft, all the way up.
Wow.
The glass, the car was full glass, even the roof of the car, and the car frame were adapted. 2 of the 5 structural posts, let's say, sustaining the glass shaft. It was a very, very nice job and very complicated because the car, in order to insert the car in the guardrails, they will have to crane the car in from above the building. So seriously, I still have nightmares.
I can imagine.
Kind of nightmares. Seeing the car dangling in the air and the installers adjusting and inserting, literally inserting the guy's shoe liners and the shoes of the car frame inside the guide rails. So I mean, it was an impressive feat, and the lift, like I said, the whole thing in glass, the shaft, the staircase in around the. I mean, really, really nice job.
God, no wonder you love lifts.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's. But like I said, I don't know how my heart was not stopping when I was seeing the car in the middle of the air, top of the building, and the guys trying to insert the car frame in the guide rails. Really, really nice job. Really nice job.
Wow.
Really nice.
Thanks for sharing that one.
like I said, it's our daily thing. I mean, with RALOE, we have been doing a fantastic scenic lift in Kew Gardens. Imagine. I mean,
I'm filming there next week, so I'll check out that lift.
Oh, really?
Yes,
oh,
I'll be there
fantastic.
next week.
I mean, this gives you also the capability of RALOE doing things, you know. I mean, Kew Gardens. I mean, Sir David Attenborough is doing documentaries then, there. Also, if my memory is correct, it's a UNESCO heritage site or something like that. So it's a very, very iconic place in the UK and in the world, actually. Yeah. And we one client of ours, they won this job, and this lift is really something special. It's the lift that is serving top 3 walkway in the Tropical Conservatory of Kew Gardens. So you take the lift, you go all the way up, and then you exit to the walkway on the very top of the trees to see all the
incredible.
It's
stunning.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's amazing, and like I said, it's a very demanding job as well because of the, let's say, tropical conditions inside this huge, amazing, beautiful conservatory in Kew Gardens. Best of materials, best of our engineering in order to guarantee the typical reliability of RALOE lifts. So, beautiful job as well. Beautiful job.
Target Lifts are an independent business, and since 2009 they have been offering peace of mind and complete confidence in the service they provide. They are available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and can tailor contracts to suit your specific requirements. At Target Lifts, they pride themselves on providing excellent communication and engineering detail to ensure full compliance, safety and reliability on all planned preventative maintenance contracts. Visit targetlifts.limited.co.uk today to see what they can do for you.
So can you tell me what you love most about your job?
I think that for me, when after finishing a job and I'm seeing the lift up and down working and not having a breakdown, I feel kind of proud, you know, of how job well done, you know, and also for me it's extremely important to help my clients. Okay. You know, I'm always trying to wear their shoes, you know, and to be able to give them solutions and help them in their endeavors, and you know, I think that's fantastic, and the contact with the clients and discussions and trying to find together and get together something nice and beautiful and useful.
What's your perfect client?
I mean, the perfect client, the one who pays.
Of course, yeah, of course, that's great.
No, but seriously, for me, the perfect client is that the one that understands that I'm here to help them.
Right.
I on their side, you know, and I'm trying to do my best, you know, to for them, yeah. to in terms of the solution we can supply them, and to try to accommodate our product, etc., to the requirements or the consultant's requirement. No? I mean, in that way, I'm really happy. And since we established RALOE UK, we have been making a very big effort in trying to provide to our clients in the UK the product they require. It's not a package from the continent. It's truly a British package, a package containing and designed to comply with the not just the EN 81s of the continent, but the BS standards. And like I said, we have been making a huge effort in order to provide to the clients here in the UK the product they need, the product they require, and also to comply with the consultants required. For example, firefighting lifts, we can provide a fully compliant package, you know, the evacuation lifts as well.
Yeah.
The typical evacuation lifts that is a kind of thing of the UK, you know. And personally speaking, I think that one of the first things you have to take into account is to make the lift accessible. I mean, I think that to provide a product which is improving the accessibility and the comfort for people in wheelchairs or crutches or whatever, something. I think that this is absolutely paramount in our approach. You know, we always try to maximize the size of the car, the size of the clear opening of the doors. Like I said, in order to make the lift as comfortable and accessible as possible. You know, I think that this is one of the, for me here in the UK, which obviously we have here the DDA. Regulations and legislation, which obviously push we manufacturers in that direction as well. You know, I remember years and years ago being on top of the car, wiring and readapting the gongs for the compliance of the N8170, because the UK was probably the first country in Europe at that time, because obviously was far before Brexit. Like I said, the UK was probably the very first country making the N8170 compliant here in the country, far before and in advance of the other countries in the continent. And like I said, I remember speaking with factory and making changes on top of the car in order to make sure that the gong was compliant with the requirements of the reg at that time, you know.
I mean, I've really noticed, even coming out on different tube stations, there's so many stations that don't have lifts and things like that. So there's still so many areas that are not accessible and disabled friendly or anything like that. So
and also when I saw, for example, the huge refurbishment in London Bridge. I mean, don't get me wrong. The new lifts there are fantastic lifts.
Are we talking about the ones in the middle of the station?
The ones that are semi-scenic or the scenic. But in terms of engineering, and these days, having hydraulic lifts is not, in my opinion, and this is my personal opinion. Don't get me wrong. But I think that hydraulic lifts are not maybe the most efficient solution. And it's such a busy place like London Bridge, my God. I don't know if I get into trouble because of
it's your own opinion.
Of this opinion. But like I said, I wonder why they are using hydraulic lifts in this day and age when we have gearless traction MRLs, you know, or lifts that obviously are far more efficient than a hydraulic lift, and also you don't have to use oil and and all this.
How do you see AI taking over lifts in the future? Is that something that you guys have thought about? Do you see AI and lifts combining?
Well, I mean, it's the sign of the times. Is where we are going. I mean, it's something that you cannot stop. It's like the mobiles. Yeah. I mean,
they get bigger, they get smaller, they get quicker.
If you look back 15 years ago, or 10 years ago, the progression and the products we are able to do that. I mean, cars, exactly the same. Yeah. I still have in Spain my old car. Okay. And in comparison with the car I have now, the car in Spain is a Flintstones car. You know, seriously, the difference is so huge that it is a completely different kettle of fish. I mean, it's amazing. So AI, I mean, who can stop it? I think that we can benefit enormously from this kind of applications into the lifts. Of course, the point is, as usual, to do a good use of it. You know, bring it on. I mean, in my opinion, let's do it. Yeah, I think that like I said, anything that is progress and making the lifts more efficient, more comfortable, more accessible, etc., etc. I mean, come on, what is the doubt, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the future for RALOE?
Well,
What does it look like?
the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
I mean, we are very active. I'm very flexible. We have a lot of hip movement,
Yeah.
you know. And obviously, in my opinion, RALOE is becoming more and more international, you know. We currently have, apart from RALOE UK, we have RALOE France, RALOE Germany, RALOE India.
Wow.
One thing that's really good about RALOE is how it's formed. And we have, let's say, 3 shareholders of RALOE. The Garcia family, with Alberto Garcia on the helm. And then we have Fermata
Yep.
Group, the doors manufacturer. I mean, you tell me, Fermata, they are very well known. They have products, amazing products. And then the other shareholder is Savera Group, the guide rails manufacturers, and other things. So I think that this combination is unbeatable, and that's why we can do the packages we do, you know, and with the quality and reliability of our products, and this helps a lot, obviously, you know, to have the possibility of collaborating with all these guys, etc. I remember years ago another amazing job I did in Dublin,
Okay.
in Ireland, number 1 Grand Canal Square. And the doors for this job were Fermata. And they did an absolutely bespoke type of doors for these lids. And if my memory is correct, the consultant was Arup, Roger Hawkins.
Right.
And still these days, the last time I met Roger Hawkins, he was still congratulating me for that job. Because, like I said, it was really, I mean, the building is one of those office buildings, etc., that has a huge atrium all the way up to the very roof of the building, etc. And then it was a quadruplex.
Okay.
Battery of lifts. And like I said, Fermata, the doors that Fermata was concocting for this job were fantastic. Full glass, everything, with the panels, the glass panels inserted in the seals of the doors. I mean, something absolutely beautiful, beautiful. So, like I said, when you have partners or shareholders so close to you and capable of doing these kind of things,
The sky is the limit then, isn't it?
You tell me. I mean, the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
You know, because they have credible engineering department that they can, and like I said, we have also our colleagues in engineering. They are and logistics. Let me mention our logistics, because I think that my colleagues in logistics, they have been doing also a fantastic job in overcoming Brexit difficulties, you know, and I think that this is very important and to mention, because obviously this interruption in the relationship between the UK and the continent implied quite substantial difficulties somehow, you know. But like I said, now my colleagues in logistics, they prepare a very seamless transport of our products here in the UK, and overcoming the new red tape, etc. So this is maybe another benefit of us.
Well, I think if that isn't as great as you guys have said, then that makes your job triple as hard, right? You're constantly waiting for parts, you're chasing deliveries and things like that.
These days, our clients in the UK, and again, we are extremely flexible, because if you want to collect yourself the lift from factory, you can do it.
Yeah.
We don't have problem with that. But I strongly recommend you to allow my colleagues in logistics to prepare the whole thing, because obviously at the end of the day, again, is to make your life easier.
Yeah.
The typical situations is, Miguel, I'm going to place this order. Let me know the transport cost. That's it. 2,000 quid, 2,500 quid maybe, to site, eh?
Yeah.
From factory all the way directly to site.
Straight to the door.
So I mean, it's and I think it's brilliant for the clients, because they don't have to deal with agents, with borders fees or whatever, all this new red tape. They just tell us where to deliver the lift, and that's it, end of the story.
Target Lifts has a YouTube channel. Subscribe and view their recent company promotional video, a day in the life of a lift engineer, and more recently 3 customer reviews where the client gets to say what they really think about the service Target Lifts provide. Give them a watch today. Target Lifts are always aiming higher.
So have you seen anything that's unexpected along your journey?
Well,
It can be anything.
Obviously, there is always surprises and projects that you are hoping and really, really eager to go ahead with, and then everything gets up in the air like a smoke. Oh, God's sake, what a pity. Currently, I think that the business and our clients in the UK are quite serious. Let's say they're doing well, and I don't think that. Well, hopefully, let's keep fingers crossed. But like I said, I think that the industry is kind of solid. I mean, obviously, companies can have up and down times, and better days and a little bit worse days. But like I said, in general, I think that it's a solid industry, and there is no too much bumps along the road, So,
So we would love to end this podcast in tradition, like we always do, and we would love to know who you'd want to be stuck in a lift with.
Oh gosh, dead or alive?
Let's go alive.
Alive.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I don't know. I don't know. I was born in a year that allow me, let's say, to go along with the ancient music development in the 20th century. I had musical studies myself. I did.
Oh, okay.
And music has been always for me one of the pillars of my sanity, let's say. And because of my music studies and in piano, when I was preparing the inventions and symphonies for 2 and 3 voices of Johann Sebastian Bach, it was like a awakening. I mean, oh gosh, what this music is! I was very young. I mean, I was maybe 12 years old or something like that. Yeah, because in Spain at the time, in the conservatory, in the music conservatory, you study Johann Sebastian Bach from the very beginning, from the first course of piano, etc. And it was like a wow, what is this music? And then I got stuck in this type of Baroque and Renaissance music, and then, like I said, I was lucky enough to born in a year that I was able to follow the progress of the development of the ancient music movement, and then I was growing with Gustav Leonhardt, Philippe Herreweghe, Nicolas Harnoncourt. I mean, all these conductors and players and all the development of the original instruments. This music played in original instruments, and maybe to get stuck in a lift with one of these guys. Oh gosh! Don't get me started.
Thank you for sharing with me that music. And
don't
I'd
get
love
me
to
started
listen.
speaking about music.
We will finish that there. Miguel, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much
indeed.
indeed for having
with
me.
You. And yes, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
Doors closing.
Probably the most challenging side of it is managing people.
Well, I think you're going on the right path. Listening is key. Everyone loves to be listened to, right?
It's just great when you can get all the ducks in a row and it all works and we sort of satisfy the customer.